Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of That's a Wrap. Today we're going to be doing something very special. We know you guys out there are a huge fan of the comic book movies, especially what's going on in 2016, but we here are also a fan of the television shows, what's being shown to us on the small screen. So what we're going to be doing today is reviewing Daredevil Season 2. Season 1 kicked it off with a bang. Season 2, maybe even a bigger bang. Let's get into it. I'm your host, Aaron. You know me as Caboose XBL, and I am here with my co-host,
Ender. Thanks a lot, Caboose. As much as we talk about the movies and everything on That's a Wrap, we're just as big as fans of the Netflix and the shows that are on television as well. So I'm pretty excited for this. I was really excited for Season 2 to see how the actors, writers, director are going to push the envelope, because Season 1 was so successful.
It was. Season 1 was fantastic.
Loved it. I absolutely loved it. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have already binge watched it.
Oh, yeah.
So let them know how we're going to do this breakdown today.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're not just going to sit here and review all 13 episodes. That's a really high calling. So what we did is we watched episodes 1 through 6, and that's what we're going to be reviewing today. Episodes 1 through 6. Then we're going to do a second review, reviewing episodes 7 through 13, and that's when we'll be giving you our official score on the overall season for Daredevil Season 2. Yes. So, with that said, let's just get right into Daredevil Season 2. Starting off, what do you got to say about it so far?
Great opening sequence. It started off with a bang for me. A nice
with episode
fight.
1, yeah.
Episode 1 started off with a really nice fight scene. I love what they're kind of doing here. They're breaking down a lot of introduction to new characters. Obviously, the big one being Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he's really made for this role. A lot of badassism coming from him. Yes, I do absolutely love that hat. So a lot of good badass coming from him. I'm also very happy that kind of in the first 6 episodes that we saw that they did mention Fisk.
Yeah.
Which was good. It was
they didn't just bury that.
They didn't just bury that. We know he's going to make a comeback somehow, some way down the road. So I do definitely like how they did that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I mean, everything so far that we've seen has been some high quality stuff. Yes. It's been really good. The action, everything is really good. I mean, but what can you say about Jon Bernthal as the Punisher? Yeah. One of the best things to happen to the show is that character. And please, Netflix, give him his own series. That dude is knocking it out of the park with the character of Frank Castle, what he's doing. And not even to mention, we got Daredevil fighting Punisher right off the bat. Episode 1 and 2.
That's actually one thing I was kind of surprised about. I thought they were going to kind of lead up to it.
Right.
And then I think it was the second episode, they're going
at
it.
Right in the first episode, right at the end.
Right in the first episode. Yeah, they were really going at it. I mean, and there was a couple of fights between them already. As far as I know, the first 6 esporads, they have both taken a beating.
Yeah,
both of them have absolutely
just
taken
brutal.
A beating. Just brutal. Just both of them taking a beating, and obviously, they keep getting back up. And some really cool lines coming out of the first 6 episodes here. Some real badass lines. I think we saw a couple of them in the trailer, but still, just to see it when you're watching the series was cool. The one that Punisher said to Daredevil that
about you're one bad day from being me.
That one was great. And
so
I like
good.
The one of you hit people, they get back up. I hit people, they stay down. So it was really good. And I also really liked, as much as a badass he was, he had some touching moments. I really did like that. I didn't want it to be too much because I just want him to be the badass that he is. Mm-hmm. But showing a couple, some of the nicer side
some
of
the moments,
really especially moments with Karen.
Especially episode 4, we know that he had this moment where he kind of sat down with Daredevil and he laid it all out. He poured his heart out to Daredevil about his past, about what happened to his family. Yeah. And it's such a good moment for that character because then you finally understand what his agenda is and why he does what he does. It's a really good moment for the character because, he's a badass. Yeah, he just kills a bunch of people. He's really freaking cool. Yes. But he has a heart. There's a reason to why he's doing all this stuff. So episode 4 really laid that all out for us, and that was a really fantastic job. Just speaking on episode 4 in general, I mean, what he does, the whole plan with putting the razor in his arm, just phenomenal stuff.
And we've got to mention the stairwell scene.
Again, the stairwell
kind of like they did in the first season.
Yeah.
Man, that was cool.
Yeah.
It all looks like it's shot in one sequence. Oh my God.
With season 1 and episode 2, that was all one sequence.
Yes.
But in this one, the stairwell scene, you can tell where the edits are.
Yes.
However, it's still a phenomenal piece of filmmaking in general, and it's such an achievement for the directors.
And I really like
show.
what they did, because I think probably all of us were expecting that, when he went down that elevator, he was going to come back, he was going to help Daredevil.
Punisher was going to help him.
Punisher was going to help him at the end, but he didn't. And I'm actually happy they didn't, because we know that's going to come down the road. I think they're going to have some teamwork, and it's going to be awesome. But I'm glad they didn't do it now. Save something. Because for me, the only thing that was a little iffy for me was I was kind of hoping that in waiting that, maybe episode 5, 6, 7, they were going to go at it. Not right away in the first episode. Now I'm understanding it a little bit more with the introduction of Elektra.
Yep.
So, she's obviously played a big role as well. So I understand it a little bit more.
Yeah.
The climax leading up to that was a little iffy for me, but it was still great to see them going at it.
For me, if there's only some negatives that I have to nitpick about, it's compared to season 1, the fighting seems a little more choreographed. In season 1, the fighting was raw, especially with the hallway scene. The way they're getting tired. Like, he's actually getting tired because he's fighting a bunch of dudes. He's not a superhuman, right?
Yes.
So, like, it was really raw. With this one, everything seems kind of choreographed. All these moves seem like they were planned out, before they started shooting the cameras.
Still freaking great,
It's so great. Yeah,
great.
It's only a nitpick. But speaking on Elektra, she was introduced this season. Episode 5, I believe, is when they first brought her into the show. And I think that's kind of where the show slowed down a little bit. But not in a bad way. They decided to take some time to go back in the past, explain the past between Elektra and Matt Murdock.
Absolutely.
And it was well done. Elektra's pretty good to the show. She's a good addition. I like the actress. I like what she's bringing to it. And, just another kick-ass character.
Yeah, she's going to bring that whole new realm for them, that's for sure. So, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen, towards the ending and how they're going to all make this come together. And like you said, I mean, obviously after this, even after the first 6 episodes, Punisher's got to get his own series. There's enough content and information there for him to have his own.
Yeah.
And a Netflix series where it's, no holds barred.
Yeah.
So it's definitely got to happen.
And not that we've seen the rest of the episodes, but I'm assuming they're not going to show his past. So a Punisher series could be the place for that.
Exactly.
They can really
There's still
dive
going to be
deep
some,
into his origin
some more
story.
information to be told there, 100%. I also like the supporting characters. I think Karen has been one of the best characters in
she has been really good.
She's playing a really hardcore role. I like how they showed some of their intelligence in this first 6. Some lawyerism, if I could say, from them, which has been kind of, really good. We kind of saw that in season 1, but it really showed that.
Yeah.
Foggy's comedic humor, as you mentioned, it was not as much still there, which adds a nice touch to the show.
He was really funny, and he was always there to provide humor in season 1. But in this one, he's a little more serious, he's a little more toned down, which I appreciate, Some of the humor,
I kind of feel bad for him. He's left out the show.
I know. Season 1, he was a little bit much, but in
Yes.
season 2, he's a lot more tamed, he's a lot more, like a regular guy. And he still has the humor that's right, it's placed right,
and they're still leaving a lot of mystery in these first 6 episodes, because we definitely want to see what that DA chick's going to be up to. We definitely want to see what's going to go down.
Reyes, I believe her name is, right?
Reyes,
yeah.
Yes.
Overall, episodes 1 to 6 are some seriously quality stuff. John Bernthal as the Punisher is like just such a performance, and there's still 6 more episodes to go. So far, I'm floored with Daredevil season 2.
I am, but season 1, I honestly, I was addicted to it. I've watched it again before season 2 came out. I'll reserve my judgment till the end of it, and we'll see,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But regardless, it's great.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you. Season 1 just had that, that uniqueness to it, and now with season 2, you've already seen it before.
And I know me and you always talk about this. I mean, they've talked about all of them coming together. That, again, just like the beautiful Marvel world, leaves that speculation, imagination. How is this all going to go down? That's something great to look forward to in the future.
Oh, yeah. I cannot wait to see what the Defenders are going to do.
How they're going to do that.
If they're going to have Punisher there and Elektra and everything.
That's going to be incredible.
Awesome. But overall, episodes 1 to 6 have been great. Like I said, we're not going to give it a score until we finish the season. So you can look out for our episodes 7 through 13 review coming soon to this channel. With all that said, I'm your host, Aaron. You know me as Caboose XPL. This is my co-host. Please be sure to follow us on our social media platforms. The links for that will be in the description box below. And don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new.
That's a wrap.